Yo, guys, I just wanted to put you onto a new app called Chord Watch. I actually found out about this app from Weaver Beats. So thank you, Weaver Beats, for this app because it teaches me how to teach or teaches, well, it's a great app for me teaching other people how to learn music theory. So what I love about this app is it visually looks really good. The other apps that are out there, I've even bought some, they just don't visually have that appeal. And there's like all this extra stuff that is just kind of in the way. So I love this app because you could even change out the colors. I'm very basic with my apps. So for example, if I play a minor ninth chord, it shows me all the notes that I'm actually playing. So I could visually say, here's a minor ninth chord without having a camera that goes down to my piano to show people where my fingers are. This is almost better because now they can see it. Because the issue with piano teachings online is they'll have a camera kind of showing their fingers, but you can't tell where their fingers are. It's kind of like pointless in my opinion. So this is way better. Also too, you can set the theme, I believe in the settings here somewhere. I've done this a while ago, so forgive me y'all, not knowing exactly where it's at. But you can actually set the color here. Let me figure out how to set the color. Okay, so I was right. So if you go to the settings tab here, there's this thing called theme, and then you can select, I don't know if you guys can see it. There's another window here where it asks me for, let me show you guys what I see. Okay, where it asks me for the colors that I want. Okay, so it says to turn the white keys this color, black keys this way. So you can switch the themes out for, different colors depending on what you guys want. For me, it's like the default, program. I don't want to switch it to anything complex. But just this allows everybody to have their own kind of teaching style. And that's what I love about it. So let me change my theme, let's say to a different color. Let's do 2 blue. And I guess it just does it automatically. So now when I play chords, now it's my branded color of blue, for example, if that was my brand color. Okay, so that's what I love about this app is it just gets to what we need as teachers and music creatives. Now, the cool thing is, let's say I play a chord and I'm like, I have no idea how to name this chord or memorize the chord. Because I played this earlier and I was like, I have no idea what I'm playing, but it sounds good. And now I know that it's a D major 9 over an A in the bass. I would have to reverse engineer this times like 5 minutes to even figure out remotely what it was. And now I have a new chord for my chord progression simply because I would have never thought to add these together. And now I know what the chord, this is one of my favorite chords. I never knew what it was technically called, but now I know it's called an A major 9th chord. All right, so now I can like think about music theory a little bit differently. So I go, okay, this is D. So that's why it works when I play D minor next. Because you'll know that A and D go well together. Okay, so it just shortcuts a lot of stuff. So that's what I use it for, to teach. It's called Chord Watch. I do have a code for you guys. The developers and the owners emailed me and they said, use the code BUSY20 for you guys to get 20% off. And it is my affiliate code, but I would teach you guys about this app. I really, truly, I was trying to gatekeep the app because it's so good that unless people ask me, I don't even show the name. Actually, visually, you guys can see on the thing here, it doesn't say the name. And that's because one, just aesthetics wise, I didn't want the border window shown. But two, it's partly gatekeeping, to be honest. But since the developers reached out, apparently people are finding this app from this channel. So I would rather give them the shine they deserve because this is truly the best solution. I've had other apps, and I won't name the other apps, but I've had the other apps and I paid for them, and they just didn't give me what I was looking for. Now, another thing that's dope on here is they actually create the guitar tabs. So this is interesting to me because I want to learn guitar, but faster. And what I'm going to do is actually play a chord on piano like this, D minor 9th. And now it shows me how to actually play that chord on the guitar. So now I could just sit there and learn my favorite chords instead of trying to watch somebody else where I can't tell where their fingers are on the guitar. And it's like, I've gone through the courses of guitar. It's like I start and then I stop because I can't tell what they're doing. They move too fast. So this allows me to play the chord I want and then look at the actual voicing on the guitar. And now I ask myself, do I feel like picking up my guitar to play this chord? So I could try cool stuff like this. One of my favorite chords too. So now I go, oh, that's how you create this chord on guitar. And it might be easier than you expected. So now I don't know if guitars can do 11th chords. Let's see. Okay, so 11th chord is way easier to do than I initially thought. Basically, you just keep one finger, hold all those notes, and then reach up to get that. So now the matter just becomes, how do I learn how to stretch my fingers to reach these notes? So that becomes a great learning tool, especially for piano producers who are trying to learn guitar. That's going to be a huge step in my trainings too, when I translate my stuff over to guitar players too. But the one thing is just a great visual. It looks very well done. You could size it. It's a modern app. It looks modern. And now you can learn the proper names. So for example, another technique I would do is I would go here, and I would never truly know what the name was, but now I know it's a minor 6. So now I'm like, okay, maybe I should study more minor 6 chords. Okay, this is a minor 7 flat 5, so that's one of those common R&B chords. Then I go to a transitional diminished chord. Okay, so now you can do all this complex stuff, and I could teach you guys. So if you guys are teachers, super beyond recommend this plugin, or excuse me, this app. It is an app, and I use it. I click on it and I add it as a window into OBS to teach music theory and piano. And for the people who are trying to use this as a personal trainer, what I would really love to do for myself is use this as a way to translate my piano chords. So I could learn those guitar, I think they're called tabs. Learn the guitar tabs. And this is going to be interesting because now I can bypass all the courses and stuff online that are just like, I can't tell where their fingers are. Okay. So that's the video. I'm not going to make this like too long. One thing I will say is use the code BUSY20. Let me triple check the code. All right. So as you guys can see, I bought this back in January 10th. It was $26.50 at that time. Okay. And you guys can basically, and I'm an affiliate now because the developer reached out and said, you know, you could become an affiliate. So they offer 50% commission for me. So anytime you guys grab this, you know, 50% commission is added to our affiliate thing, and then we'll reinvest that into our products and teaching. And so basically, if I open this up in a incognito, this will, you know, take all the cookies off or whatever, and then go to buy on Gumroad, and then go to add to cart, and then go here to where it says discount code and type in BUSY20, and it will take off about $5 here. So if we hit apply, it'll now be $20, which is nothing. You guys can get this super dope app for basically nothing. All right, so shout out to the developer. This is a super useful app. If you want to go on a music theory journey and learn the cool R&B tricks like this, I can show you guys, and I'll even show you guys the chord voicings for all this. All right, so this is all R&B technique. So this is how I learned how to really expand my chord awareness, is the voicing of the chords. Because now it's telling you sharp 5, sharp 9, which is called an altered chord. And now I know how to play really big chords. And if, let's say you play a chord incorrectly, like this, now you know, okay, I'm playing an add 9. And it's a dominant chord. So now I can figure out what part of the chord is dominant. Now, if I move my notes around, now I can see I'm changing the chord type. Until I get back to a G in this case, instead of a dominant chord. So it's little stuff like this that makes the app super valuable. I just wanted to add that in because you guys will learn so much about chord voicing. All right, guys, subscribe if you're new. Peace.